The Pokemon world, filled with the most amazing creatures imaginable. They swim in oceans, fly in the skies, and roam the lands and mountains. We all play the games or watch the anime and movies, and we have also fantasized ourselves what it's like to be an actual Pokemon trainer. Kamen Rider is a show about masked heroes fighting for humanity from nefarious organizations with various aims. What if the characters we love to watch in Kamen Rider were actual Pokemon trainers?
Start your engine!
雨上がりプレイクラウド隙間から青空が手招きしてる Alright そろそろ行こうか誰かが言うロジック信じない
Greetings everyone, this is Under the Sun and I'm your host Kiriko, and you're watching Crossover. To be totally honest, this topic just came spontaneously to me. I thought of this topic as soon as I saw Kamen Rider Drive's actor, Ryoma Takeuchi, made a cameo looking like Red in the movie Detective Pikachu. And not gonna lie, he does look like Red in the movie. In honor of that inspiration, let's start giving Pokemon to the cast of Kamen Rider Drive. A few ground rules for the Pokemon assignment, which I neglected to mention and implement in my previous Pokemon video with Big Hero 6 characters. Card is on the screen. First off, no legendaries. As much as it is easy to give a Miraidon or a Koraidon to every Kamen Rider, unfortunately it's considered a legendary, so no. They also won't have any Cyclizar. Maybe Ichigo, Takeshi Hongo will have one, but none of the other Kamen Riders will be given a Cyclizar. Second, they will have a team of 6 Pokemon. Other than that, everything is fair game. I will stick to pulling some references when I assign a Pokemon to each of them. This means some of the cast of Kamen Rider Drive will have a dog-esque or a canine-esque Pokemon, the same way Officer Jennies have dog-like Pokemon with them. First, let's start with the Chief of the Special Investigations Unit, Jun Honganji. As the most senior member and the one with the highest rank, all of his Pokemon reference all the Pokemon that various Officer Jennies have used in the Pokemon anime, those being Manectric, Pidgeot, Meganium, Mr. Mime, Gumshoos, and the classic Officer Jenny Pokemon, Arcanine. As for Genpachiro Ota, only 5 of his Pokemon reference his occupation, a police officer. Those being a Herdier, Mr. Rime, Crobat, Lycanroc Midday, and Arcanine. The said Pokemon are and would be associated with Officer Jennies from various regions. Officer Ota's Psyduck references how slow he is at processing information sometimes, one of which was when he thought Kamen Rider Drive was someone with green helmet, red torso, and black and gray legs. As part of the police force, it's important that both Police Chief Honganji and Officer Ota have a team of Pokemon that could do various tasks to aid them in both investigation and chasing crooks around, or even as a means to patrol the area. For our researchers, Kenta Imai, also known as Kyusaijo, and Rinna Sawagami, some of their Pokemon would reference their contributions as part of the police force's SIU, alongside their Pokemon that reference their respective characteristics. For Q, his Mismagius and Bayonet reference his obsession to the occult, and the dolls that were always with him in the show, while his Shedinja references his obsessive nature. The Porygon Z, Electrode, and Rotom with him are the Pokemon that reference his contributions to the SIU as their internet intelligence gatherer and his various researches to the occult. Rinna, on the other hand, has a Sableye and a Slowking, referencing her scientific curiosity about the slowdown phenomenon that plagued the world. The Porygon Z and Kling Klang she has reference her knack of inventing things, from detecting traces of the slowdown phenomenon to the actual rider systems that the Kamen Riders used. Her Lopunny references one of her most notable inventions, that boots that could simulate an honest-to-goodness rider kick, while her Blissey, on the other hand, references her caretaking nature. And now we have Kiriko Shijima. Like Police Chief Honganji and Officer Ota, she's a part of the police force. However, she's also more than that. Her Arcanine and Galarian Rapidash reference her occupation. Her Medichien references the bond she has with the various shift cars. The Kangaskhan and Blissey she has reference her motherly nature, as she is her brother's main caretaker. Her Blissey doubles as a reference to her pulling Shinnosuke from the verge of death. Her Lopunny is a reference to the gift she received from Rina, the rider kick boots. With the non-riders out of the way, let's discuss the Pokemon our three Kamen Riders have. Let's start with Chase, as he presents a unique situation. As a Roymude, his entire personality and appearance is a direct copy of someone else's. In this case, he is a copy of Koichi Kano, who was a traffic officer before he was transferred and mentored by Shinnosuke Tomari at the end of the series. To reference this, Chase will also have some of the Pokemon that Officer Kano has. Officer Kano has a Houndoom and a Machamp. They reference his membership with the police force, specifically the Traffic Division. Houndoom is a Pokemon mostly attributed to the various Officer Jennies in the Pokemon anime, while Detective Pikachu showed us a Machamp that helped the flow of traffic in Rhyme City. As stated earlier, Chase also has a Houndoom and a Machamp. A Pokemon unique to Chase between him and Officer Kano are his Ditto and Metagross. Both of these Pokemon reference his origins as a Roymude. His Ditto specifically references how Roymutes model themselves after people they have seen. Chase's Drapion and Scoliopeed reference his position from within the two battling factions, the SIU and the Roymudes. His Drapion references his position with the Roymudes as the Reaper, while his Scoliopeed, on the other hand, references his position among the people of SIU as Kamen Rider Chaser. Up next is Go Shijima, Officer Shijima's younger brother. He is the other civilian helping the Special Investigations Unit in dealing with the Roymude threat, the other two being Rina and Q. Go has a Heracross that references his status as a Kamen Rider, while his Rotom references his work as a photographer. It goes back to the Pokemon anime and Pokemon specials, using Rotom to take pictures whenever with the Rotom Dex or the Rotom phone. He also has a Meowstick that references his various signal bikes that help him out in battle. Go's other Pokemon reference his various forms as Kamen Rider Mach. His Volcarona and Blaziken reference his two Dead Heat forms, Dead Heat Mach and Super Dead Heat Mach, while his Drapion references his two Chaser forms, Chaser Mach and Mach Chaser. And for the main event, the character that Ryoma Takeuchi played in Kamen Rider Drive and the entire inspiration for this video, Shinnosuke Tomari. Shinnosuke has an Arcanine and a Gallade, both of which reference his occupation as a police officer, as some Officer Jennies in various regions have either or both an Arcanine and a Gallade. Shinnosuke's Gyarados references the opponent of Takeuchi's character in Detective Pikachu. He fought it alongside an Arcanine. His Scizor references Shinnosuke's status as a Kamen Rider, specifically his final form, type Tridoron, while his Rapidash references type Speed and Sceptile references type Fruits. To recap, Police Chief Honganji's Pokemon team is Arcanine, Gumshoes, Manectric, Meganium, Mr. Mime, and Pidgeot. Officer Otta's Pokemon team is Arcanine, Crobat, Herdier, Lycanroc Midday, Psyduck, and Mr. Rime. Q's Pokemon team is Bayonet, Electrode, Mismagius, Porygon Z, Rotom, and Shedinja. Rimna's Pokemon team is Blissey, Klinklang, Lopunny, Porygon Z, Sableye, and Slowking. Kiriko's Pokemon team is Arcanine, Blissey, Galarian Rapidash, Kangaskhan, Lopunny, and Medicham. Chase's Pokemon team is Ditto, Drapion, Houndoom, Machamp, Metagross, and Scolipede. Go's Pokemon team is Blaziken, Drapion, Heracross, Meowstic, Rotom, and Volcarona. Shinnosuke's Pokemon team is Arcanine, Gallade, Gyarados, Rapidash, Sceptile, and Scizor. That is the Pokemon team each member of the Special Investigations Unit would have if they were Pokemon trainers on top of doing their current occupations. Look out for the next installment of this Pokemon Kamen Rider crossover because there's a lot more of these where they came from. As I said, I was inspired. So that is all I have for you today. See you again soon. Ciao, ciao!